Imagine a human baby, born into the world unable to speak. At first, all it can do is cry. Then, after a few months, it starts making tiny sounds. Ba, ma, da. At first, these sounds mean nothing. They're just experiments. The baby is testing its mouth, its tongue, its lips, and its breath. But slowly, something amazing happens. Those random sounds begin to turn into words. One day, the baby says mama, and everyone reacts. The baby notices. Wait, this sound changes the world. That is one of the biggest reasons humans can talk. We are not just making noise. We are using sound to share meaning. But how did humans get this ability? Let's go step by step. First, humans have the right body for speech. To talk, you need air from the lungs. That air moves upward through the throat. Inside the throat are the vocal cords, two small folds of tissue. When air passes through them, they vibrate and create sound. But that sound is still very simple. To turn it into speech, the mouth has to shape it. Your tongue, lips, teeth, jaw, and soft palate all work together like tiny instruments. When you say P, your lips close and open. When you say T, your tongue touches behind your teeth. When you say S, air passes through a narrow space. Speech is basically controlled breathing shaped by the mouth. But the body is only half of the story. The second reason humans can talk is the brain. Human brains are very good at connecting sounds with ideas. When you hear the word water, your brain does not just hear noise. It connects that sound to a meaning, something clear, drinkable, and necessary for life. The brain also controls the muscles needed for speech with incredible precision. You may not notice it, but when you speak one sentence, your brain is sending fast instructions to your lungs, throat, tongue, and lips. It is like conducting an orchestra, but the orchestra is inside your face. There are special areas of the brain that help with language. Some parts help us understand words. Other parts help us plan and produce speech. These areas work together so quickly that speaking feels effortless. But humans did not wake up one day and suddenly start talking. Speech probably evolved slowly. Our ancient ancestors lived in groups. And living in groups creates problems. You need to warn others about danger. You need to explain where food is. You need to teach children. You need to cooperate during hunting, building, and caring for each other. Simple sounds and gestures may have helped at first, but over time, more detailed communication became a huge advantage. Imagine two groups of early humans. One group can only point and shout. The other group can say something like, "There's food near the river, but be careful. A predator is nearby." The second group has a better chance of surviving. So language became powerful because it helped humans cooperate. And cooperation is one of our superpowers. But there is one more important piece. Humans are great imitators. A child does not invent language alone. A child listens. It watches faces. It copies sounds. It makes mistakes. Adults respond. Slowly, the child learns the language of the group. That is why a baby born in Japan may grow up speaking Japanese, a baby born in Iran may grow up speaking Persian, and a baby born in Germany may grow up speaking German. The human brain is ready for language, but the specific language comes from the people around us. So why can humans talk? Because our bodies can create complex sounds. Because our brains can connect those sounds to meaning. Because our ancestors needed better ways to cooperate. And because children are born ready to learn from other humans. Speech is not just a trick of the mouth. It is biology, brainpower, history, and culture all working together. Every time you speak, you are using a tool that took millions of years to build. And with that tool, humans can do something extraordinary. We can take an invisible thought inside one mind, turn it into sound, send it through the air, and place it inside another mind. That is what talking really is.